Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Mike. Check 55, Mike. Mike, 5-5.
Hey, exit.
Throwing on second and long. Allen steps away to his left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And there on the tackle, Shaq Lawson.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 44-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Here we go. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Watch the safety creep.
A give to Michel running right. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third.
Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. I got it.
From the gun, Jackson. And he's got his target. That's more. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Second and 9. At the 32-yard line.
Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21.
On second and 9, Jackson, wide open receiver, complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 12-yard line.
Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. Cleveland Farrell just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on third down. Makes it manageable now.
Now Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Eric Reed, the former LSU Tiger, making the play on the defensive side.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Had had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put them in field goal range.
And one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Dancing to his left, and time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Allen going for Metcalf on the deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cleveland Farrell able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brings up 2nd down.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. To throw is Jackson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Looking right side, that's caught by Moore. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. Now a 1st down carry, it's Michelle. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Get him, boys. Rush in. Watch twins. Check. Any weapon. Check.
On 2nd down, Michelle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
New England on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Better catch the rock.
Well, with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Come on, bro.
And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Bills are going to get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, B. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Hey, box drop.
Here's Allen to throw it. He'll get this one to his tight end. That's Jason Kroom. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
No.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Gurley. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On 2nd and 9, Allen, he goes full extension, and he's got it. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
As you watch that one unfold, didn't you think to yourself, just knock it down because of where he was?
Great catch, but losing yardage.
Hard to change what they are, isn't it? When they see the ball in the air, they're programmed to go get it.
Alpha.
Let's go, defense. Our time. Let's go.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Let's go. In your face.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Got him in. It's Brown. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 15 yards there for number 15. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a 1st down.
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
3 weeks, 3 touchdowns. It's obvious they've looked his way early and often in the red zone this year, and that's usually a pretty good place to find a tight end in the NFL.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They run. It's Gurley. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
No, that's you, partner.
Check 52. Check 13. Check 13. Check 43. Check. Check hot route. Hot. Slam.
They begin with Michel on the ground. There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel, 98 yards. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Point after, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. He'll have a 1st down past the 40, and he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They'll run on first down. Michelle. Oh, heck of a move.
Man.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. That's Luke Kuechly with a sack. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go, defense.
Jackson. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 27 yards there, a first down.
Oh, you got D?
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He's going to look deep for more. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. DJ Moore, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. No problem there on the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Carl Lawson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, Haywood!
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3-and-out. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Now Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
So the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And now here's another interception. Picked off near the 29. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to air one out. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. To throw on 3rd down, Jackson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Well, this is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find some.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 42. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Allen. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Allen. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 16. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Back now in Foxborough. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Here we go. Here we go.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Now it's Jackson. That's out to his running back, Michelle. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A good way there to have him bounce back from the interception last drive. Something underneath, a little bit of rhythm going.
I know the best ones in the league have supreme confidence, but every now and then you need a little booster, don't you? This is their way of protecting him and bringing him back, and then they'll turn him loose later, I would think.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. They go quickly here out to Moore. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Push him back.
And Jackson throwing once more. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And this is caught. He hits Moore. And he'll be out of bounds. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They come out here in the eye.
Here we go.
Jackson's going to try the sneak. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
Sponge. No. Check three. Check 99.
And they will run it with Michelle. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point up and through, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. The Bills on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Allen going to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 26. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8. The last time we saw 7, 2001, right? Yeah.
He's with the Lions at that time.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Jackson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Well, now they'll try the end around.
Not your conventional play call, but that's okay. You probe the defense a little bit with some of everything in your playbook. That way they have to account for everything as the game moves on.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
On 3rd down, Allen, and he finds Cook. Cook stripped, the ball's out, and it's picked up by the Patriots.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
52's the mic, boys. 52. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 59's Mike. 59's Mike.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. He may try and run for this. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Watch the run. Mike's 5'9", Mike's 5'9". I'm on. Mike's 50.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got Bioski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot.
And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 16. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. After the interception, here's Jackson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Now the extra point try forthcoming. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room and get the heck out of here?
That is one way to...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 20. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Pats, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.